Warning. The following video you are about to see contains mild adult language. Swears for you laymen out there. Viewer discretion is advised. Hi, this is Metal Steve. Had to get that parental controls thing, the parental guidance suggested thing out there, because today I'm going to swear on YouTube. I'm going to swear a couple of different ways on YouTube. Now, certain people swear all the time on here on YouTube. I look up stuff with swears in it all the time, but I try not to swear on YouTube. But a couple of days ago, leading up till now, starting a couple days ago, I just realized there are one too many things going wrong in my life around me that are actually worth bitching about. I told you I was going to swear. I'm not kidding. There are one too many things going wrong in my life worth bitching about. Actually worth complaining. Worth talking to the people that are causing the trouble. Worth addressing it, returning it to sender at even sometimes, and telling people that they're doing a bad thing. Certain people are doing a bad enough thing in my life that the whole, what if I choose to go into it later, that'll be a whole new video. But if I don't, I don't. But yeah, it's my choice. If I found one crapola thing this week, I found about 20 million. Not including the sad news about how Tom Petty died. That's horrible. But I mean, he was a legend. He was more than just a legend. He seemed to also be a really great person, as far as I know. And that sucks. Because sometimes, I mean, we all hit this speed bump. Sometimes it seems like there's not enough really great people in our own lives. And life is just screwed up that way. Well, here's what I'm bitching about today. Hopefully we can solve this. I can no longer put up with this. When I like what I see on a video on YouTube that somebody has gone and taken the damn trouble to make, and trust me, it's damn trouble. I make these little snippet videos because that's kind of all I got usually. These long movie things, other than the video games kind of play through, but these long creative movie things that are like a half hour, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes long, multiple episodes every couple of weeks. Are you kidding? I know, and then the visuals as well. Actual lining up the video, creating the characters, drawing the characters. Most of the time you gotta draw your new characters you're creating. Some of them are kind of static, like Sam or whatever, Microsoft Sam. He's kind of got his own picture. Looks a little bit like a dog to me. It's weird. But whatever, that's his picture. I can't tell if that's a dog or what. But yeah, the other characters, they all look different based on everybody's channel. I'm not even sure if all of them are using the dogs anymore for Sam and Mike. Or whatever they are, they look like dogs. So yeah. Yeah, the visuals, and then all these explosions and all that, and then finding all the right music and sound effects and telling these big, long, dramatic stories. And then YouTube comes along and mutes it because it violates some sort of copyright. It's like, what the actual fuck? Now, I haven't actually been muted yet. I mean, if I was to get muted, that'd be all, brother. Because most of my videos are just audio. The whole thing would be gone and need to be pulled down. But another thing I'm starting to get a little bit of a beef with is I can't subscribe. I'm having a decent amount of trouble subscribing to channels. I haven't hit the limit. I've gone back and looked at all the channels I'm subscribed to, and another thing I got a problem with is I got 6 subscribers. I'd like to congratulate them. I'd like to send a message to them personally once I figure out who they are. Say, da-da-da-da-da, thanks for the subscription. Say, X and so, and whoever your name is, thank you for the subscription. But I can't do that because I can't see on the app who subscribed to me. I think Blind Gamer 95 is subscribed to me, or Blind Cool Tech 95, wherever he's calling himself now. Chris left. I've watched his videos a lot. I think he might be subscribed to me, and if he is, then thanks. And I think the Austin Network TV is subscribed to me, and thanks for doing that as well. But I have no idea who the other 4 subscribers are, so I can't thank them. I don't know if it's Sam Joe. I don't know if it's one of my other friends who's not on YouTube. I think one of them is Tori. What's his name? What's his name on here? Tori Radio. I know him personally outside of YouTube. Here's the problem. Here's the problem though. Tori Radio. Yeah, I think that's what his name is. On YouTube. I haven't checked his channel in a bit because it hasn't updated in a bit. But yeah. I can't subscribe lately. And I've tried. I have tried everything I can think of to subscribe. And it's being really, really neat. I want to subscribe to these people's channels. If I like their stuff, if I like enough of their, if I like their stuff, I'll like their video on the screen. And if I like enough of their stuff, I will subscribe to their freaking channel. So, YouTube, this is Metal Steve. The Iron Dragon of the airwaves, telling you I'm not alone here. I'm betting there are thousands of people who cannot subscribe to the channels they want to subscribe to. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I don't know what's going on with Dougal or Scroogle or however you say it now. Google or Google Play or Google Apps or however you say it. I mean, Google's turning into a parasite lately. It's ridiculous. Oh, look, I'm about to get bombed. I said Google's a parasite. I'm about to get my channel shut down. Ooh, look at me. Look at me. Whee! How you like it? How do you like it? If you agree, pipe up. Don't be shy about it. What's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? We have to email each other after that? Maybe we'll have to meet somewhere. I don't know. If we really get kicked off the internet for all this. Go on, don't be scared about it. You like what you see? Like it. Like it on the screen. If you're having trouble subscribing, put it in the comments. If you can't subscribe to my channel for some reason, plunk it right in the comments. I know for some reason you have to have a ABC Gum style Plus account, and I know Plus is not accessible to blind people. Plus isn't accessible to smart people. It's ridiculous. It's more propaganda than Facebook, and that's saying everything in the world. That's not just a mouthful. That is a lot of mouthfuls, a lot of times in a row. The views expressed by this DJ are in fact the views expressed by this radio station. Or Mock TV channel or whatever the hell it is. I don't care, I just ran into a tree branch, it didn't even hurt. Whatever. Whatever. I can break a branch with my nose. I've done it before. I'm not afraid. My life has turned into a three-ring family circus and so much more. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to say what's on my mind. You shouldn't be afraid to say what's on your mind. You shouldn't be afraid to do most of the things that pop into your head. They're what you really want to do. We've all got our dark secrets. You don't want to tell them, that's fine. You do want to tell them, that's also fine. And if somebody laughs, you ask them, what's the most weight they've ever lifted? That's what you ask them. And you know why you ask them that? It's because if they want to take it outside, you don't have to, you don't have to fight, but if you want to fight, there's nothing wrong with it. It's who you are. Do whatever the hell you want. Tell these big corporations and the small ones that are also playing with their members and their membership card. Tell these smaller corporations as well, who are yanking off, that it doesn't go anymore. It just doesn't go anymore. Tell them. Tell them who they are. Tell them who you are. Something's coming. That's why there's more good. That's why there's more bad than good actually out here. That's why you've had to, over the years, settle and settle more and more for things you really don't want. That's why you've had to do it. Because it is rougher now. Because it is 100% rougher now. And it smells to high hell. I mean, our monetary system was turned into crap in 1913. Why haven't we done anything yet? I'm sorry if I'm overbearing the sound, but I'm not worried about that right now. I guess I'll hold it further out. Why haven't we done anything about that yet? Why? This ain't no new world order, toots. This is an old world order. Why haven't we done anything about it? God only knows how much we've had enough time. God only knows how much we've had enough time to do anything in the world. But we listen to too much fear. And we take things to heart that we have no business even believing in. I got another question for you. What makes gold so valuable? The answer is, of course, simple. It's a rare mineral. It's one of the rare metals. Silver's even more rare, according to what I've been hearing lately. What makes silver more valuable? That it's more rare. What makes it rare? That there's not a lot of it. Why? But here's the part that I don't exactly get. What is the connection between a small amount of items left and how valuable an item is? I've seen records that are not in good shape in stores sell for way too high because they're running out of them. Because they're now considered rare. I don't get it. And rare means valuable. No, rare just means rare. Rare just means you're running out. How does that bring up the value? Because you want to get your hands on it. Why do we all want to get our hands on something that's running out instead of trying to put down the resources and see if we can make more actual items like the records? Or maybe we could leave the gold alone for a little while and see if we can find some other things that will work about the same way in the long run further down the road. What makes everyone want to have it just because things are running out? Shouldn't that make you want to leave it well enough alone and see what nature does? Another thing, I know this video is getting really long, but another thing I'm worried about, I'm wondering, I'm not exactly worried, but I'm concerned, as we all should be. I'm walking, that's why the camera's going around and around like this. Another thing I'm concerned about. What the hell is going on with self-driving cars? I'm blind. Well, self-driving cars scare me a little bit. Especially the way we build our tech these days. And you may take that however you want. I'm not going to tell you how to interpret things. Everyone's got their own view. But I'll give you a hint. What the hell is going on with electric cars? You know it's going to come down to Congress, right? The second the kit-like things are on the road, you know what's going to happen. There's going to be a bunch of people wearing yellow t-shirts with caution signs on them, marching coast to coast. And it's not just going to be from the last couple generations either. And some of them might actually have some important things to say. As in, show us how these handle in New York City, in Boston, in New Hampshire, in Philadelphia. I guarantee it. This will come up in Congress shortly after the more advanced ones come out. And there will be a plethora. There will be a plethora of people marching around in yellow shirts with caution signs on the back. Some of them will be going off bang like they often do, one side or the other. Some of them will have actually done their studying and their homework and actually have real concerns they're voicing about driverless cars and how we build our tech and how often our phones crash or our computers crash or our operating systems just can't get the job done that they used to be able to do. I'm one of the genuinely concerned. If I want a couple $100,000 robocars on the road, I want to know what they're built out of, and I do not want a single corner cut in them, and I want them hand tested in the cities I mentioned. And I also want a worthwhile battery in several things, including electric cars. Your radio, your TV remote doesn't even last as long. I want battery life to be a concern. Build a better battery. It exists. One probably already exists. Better than the piece of junk I've got in this phone, at least. Better than the piece of junk we all got in our phones, at least. But yeah, build better. Build smarter. Build cars. If you're gonna build a car for the blind, build a car a blind man's gonna want to drive. And those electric cars' motors are too quiet. They're too quiet. Running wide open, they're too quiet. They need to be a little louder. They don't need to sound like a Hemi or whatever, but they need to be a little louder. They need to be a little louder. I have enough trouble crossing really busy streets. Enough trouble with all the rest of this crap. Without worrying that my skills aren't enough. The skills I learned for 16, 17, 18 years aren't enough, even if sharpened. Because if you can't hear it coming during the sunset, whether you're blind or sighted, we got a problem. That's all there is to it. We got a problem. I have voiced my genuine concerns. It has taken a pretty long time, but certain things aren't 5-10 minutes long. That's why there are 365 days in a year. Because sometimes the quick fix isn't the answer, and the quick solution doesn't get you further, doesn't get you far enough up the problem. Alright, this is Metal Steve. My name is Steve, and I'm signing off. Later, guys. Oh, and I'd recommend watching this one with Wi-Fi. I took it on my phone's camera. I actually was able to keep the cursing down to a minimum. Alright. Later.